going to be the only one saying that, but you also thinking Arkosh is going to win is very surprising. You know what? All jokes aside, I actually like the Arkosh lineup quite a bit. I think it's got a lot of things going for it. It has the pushing power with DP. It's a Dawnbreaker game where I feel like Dawnbreaker has good pairings. This is something you know I love to talk about with whether you have set up stuns that allow you to play offensively with your ult. You definitely have that. Four Zoomers with a curveball offlane gyro. I don't really know what to expect from this. Like the panel said, maybe he's going to go a magic build like supports do and just get it faster. But there were a lot of options in the pool. I'm curious to see what Moo's going to do here that's going to blow us away.
Yeah, definitely a curious pick. I mean, how much of this is like overconfidence versus a quote-unquote clown team like Arkosh? Because Arkosh have taken some games off of some decent teams. And I mean, they're definitely, without memeing, I think they are capable of at least getting one game, if not potentially series. But it's going to require some sort of like semi-cheese.
I think if you're clowning and not taking this seriously as Four Zoomers, you're making quite a big mistake. Like, whether or not you think you're significantly better than the enemy team, you've got to give them the respect that they deserve. And some people would argue Arkosh deserve no respect. I would disagree with that. But, you know, judging from the panel, there's a little bit of a... You know, we like joking a lot because Kyle's on the team, but there are actually some pretty solid players on this team. So I think the Gyro is a serious pick. If you look at the way the rest of the draft went down as well, Four Zoomers are picking some of their standard stuff, right? You've got a Bane, you've got Invoker for Gunner, you pick Terrorblade for Costabile, so you're clearly not just grabbing whatever you want. You're still making it fit a good strategy for yourselves. Tri versus Tri lane, here we go. This will be fun.
Oh yeah, this is a blast from the past right here. Who has the better tri lane? I mean, Ogre used to be the king of this because he's so tanky, but I feel like Dawnbreaker should be really good in theory.
Yes.
As you can see, just the trades of Ignite and right clicks. Who do you like in this Tri v Tri scenario? We have a nice pause to discuss this more thoroughly.
I like Arkosh's lane better. I think, especially when they hit level 2, so that Dawnbreaker gets both of her spells and you get the Jingu plus stun on Monkey King. I think there's a lot of potential in the lane. You're playing against 2 melee heroes and a short range hero in Bane, so Monkey King will generally have something to hit, and if you can get up to 4 stacks, you know you can get that big payout with the Boundless Strike. Dawnbreaker level 2, one of the strongest supports in the entire game from a laning perspective. You have 2 powerful spells. And if you have 4 Zoomers, you basically have to respect Dawnbreaker's play in that lane and reserve one of your stuns, whether it's Fire Blast or Nightmare. It needs to be there for when Crow connects or you are going to die.
I have a very stupid question to ask you, Sindren.
Yes.
What is the point of taking Reflection level 1 over meta?
I mean, in a Tri versus Tri lane, I think, you know, it's decent value. It's a slow, it deals damage. If you do pop meta early on, you're basically entirely defenseless for the next 2.5 minutes, right? Like this, you can at least hold your own. I think in Tri versus Tri is actually very common for Terrorblade to do this. And in some dual lanes, you will also see him take Reflection, just let the support, you know. You're kind of there when you have Reflection. It's you're last hitting, but you're also pressuring together with your support in fights. I think here it's more from a defensive perspective, though, that he is opting for it.
All right, well, I'm going to assume that First Blood will come in this top lane eventually, but quickly, let's talk about the other lanes. Monkey talked about the transition to mid. He's playing the Void Spirit, which means, we're going to see top lane. Never mind. Pale Horse misses the pounce there.
Oh, so he didn't skill...
He likely just walk this off. Wait.
Didn't skill Jingu. Okay, he went 1-1-0. Yep.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, what do you think of the role swaps? That's the first thing I want to talk about, because I think on paper this makes more sense, knowing who the players are.
Yeah. I think what they were trying with Gremlo, putting him on support was, you know, out of necessity. I think he's very much an off-lane player and doesn't enjoy playing 5 very much, but he just did it because, you know, somebody has to. But with this switcheroo, if Monkey is comfortable mid and Forsaken Oracle doesn't mind playing 5, which, you know, he used to do for a while, then yeah, I think this is good. I think this is going to make them look stronger as a team, honestly. I think Monkey is a pretty solid laner as well, which is a very big deal in mid, mechanical skill.
And we were expecting the dual lanes with the Gyro offlane, but this is just a 1v1, Death Prophet versus Gyro.
Yep.
I would ask you, how does this matchup go? But I'm sure you've never seen it before.
I feel like Death Prophet is favored here. Gyro shouldn't be able to fight her as long as there's creeps around. And in this bottom lane, you can generally, you'll see it here, Gremlo's just going to go and siphon him. And if Mu isn't even skilling Rocket Barrage, he's actually going 0-2-2. So just try to, you know, maybe Rocket Gremlo and then take the CS. But yeah, I don't see what's stopping Gremlo from doing this every time there's a creep wave. He can just keep going at it. All right, he's actually going to fight him with 6 creeps on him as well as no creeps around. That might be a little bit exceptional.
Yeah.
Strong.
Well, he's got some balls. We can say that definitively. At least one, from what I've heard from Jenkins himself. I am shocked there hasn't been a first blood in the top lane. We got level 3 Costa Bile. I mean, Husky, I should say, is level 1 still. So really trying to spread out the XP a little bit better than what Arkosh is doing. They're a little bit more even on their side. But like you said, like heroes like Crow or the Dawnbreaker, really important for them to get level 2.
It's also harder for Radiant offensive tri-lane. Oh, hang on. Crow, Sunstrike.
Oh boy, Nightmare into the Sunstrike. That's going to be first blood. 4 Zoomers on the board. And might be getting more here. Forsaken Oracle looks to be dead as well.
It's more difficult for Radiant offensive tri-lane to not split experience just because of the way the lane is placed, right? The Dire has the safety of walking over to their small camp and pulling that with one of the supports and splitting it with the other 2. If you're Radiant, you're kind of in that neighborhood more in experience, so it just naturally will happen. Nice setup from Zoomers there, though. The Sunstrike kill to begin, and then they get a follow-through. And that is big for them, because they get level 3 on Bane, and that's a true game changer in this lane. Doubles the damage of Brain Sap. It's a huge nuke now. You have that together with Fire Blast Sunstrike, you could basically kill a support. Or even Monkey King. That hero doesn't have that high base health, so he's very susceptible to being burst by the heroes that Zoomers have.
Very even CS for the most part in the mid lane. Gunnar has a few more denies, so as a result, will have a slight XP advantage right now. But Arkosh, it feels like they're having a fine laning. I mean, I know we're looking at this like they're the underdogs, but I mean, it's pretty obvious that they are. Gremlo bot lane. Husky's there with the Fire Blast, but the Spirit Siphon is there. He can get Sunstrike, but he's tanky enough to survive right now, going for the old Falcon Blade build.
Yeah, no points in Barrage once again. Just can't really output very much there, even though they have that Ogre Stun as well as a Rocket. Or a Missile, rather. Uh-oh. Z-Freak.
Up top lane, Arkosh.
Nightmare.
Ooh, Nightmare from Z-Freak, but here comes Pale Horse to finish him off. So, first kill on the board for Arkosh. Not sure what's required for the Satanic Ritual to be successful. Have to wait and see on that one, I guess.
They need to be down 6-66. Have tried for it all season, but unfortunately they lost too early in all of their games before they got there.
I wonder if that's ever... I'm sure it's happened in a pub, but in a pro game?
Yeah, never.
6-66. Pretty hard to achieve. Maybe if there's fountain diving.
It's a good go here from Crow.
Top lane, Costa Bile's in a lot of trouble. There's a TP, but it was canceled, and Gremlo's rotation is successful. With that Exorcism pop, they should be able to do, at the very least, good amount of damage to this tier 1, if not outright take it.
And they're immediately teleporting down their Dawnbreaker to defend bottom tower. So nice move here from Arkosh. Just, you know, get in position to claim a tower while not losing their own. And Gyro is pretty notoriously terrible at pushing towers. So you can just place a support down there that has a little bit of wave clear, pull the wave away, and you're fine.
Yeah, 4 Zoomers are here, though. Gremlo looks like he's going to go down before his spirits can return to him. And now Pale Horse on the run. Homing Missile's going to connect, but I don't think they're going to follow this up with anything. Turns into a tree just to dissuade them from going any further. They're allergic to vegetables.
Gremlo had taken a lot of damage
TP in the bot lane.
This might be a very unexpected move from Costa Bile here. Monkey's coming down. Has 2 jumps, but no Aether Remnant, and they're just gonna not do anything and walk away. That did not go the way they were expecting.
I think Pale Horse maybe went in a slight tad too early there. But miscommunication like that is to be expected when the roles have been swapped so drastically.
Oh, they might find him in the jungle anyway. Oh, what do you know?
Costa Bile. Yeah, he's looking very... Oh, the Starbreaker's not even going to be close here. Now Gunnar's in the vicinity, so it's going to ensure that Costa Bile lives. Level 5 right now.
All right. Bit of a...
Looking at the net worth, he is not doing too hot, Syndrome.
Bit of a mistake there from Crow, in my opinion. I think that is a kill. If they wait for the slows to connect, that's a Sunstrike. That's a dead Oracle. If you wait for both the slows from Void Spirit to connect, I think that second hammer, or the hammer from Crow rather, is more likely to connect. And if you do connect that, you have that kill. But instead, he actually just whiffed absolutely everything. So I've talked about, right, Dawnbreaker, you love to have the setup, but Void Spirit 0 points in the Remnant doesn't allow you to have a guaranteed connection. So you have to play around the slows. I didn't quite pull that off.
Yeah, that is a good point. 0 points in Remnant indeed. He's going to get gone on. Cold Snap is there with Husky. Just right-clicking, but the Astral Step will keep him safe. Gremlo gets a kill on a Moo. That was in the top lane. Moo very deep. Close to that tier 1 tower. Looks like a glimpse was most likely expended there. Yeah, indeed.
Looks like the price for
Oracle is the sacrifice.
Quick question mark into dying, and then getting counter question marks.
Yeah, it happens.
Some of that good old karma immediately here for Forsaken Oracle. Exorcism popped again, and his teammate just got killed in the triangle here. Gremlo, honestly, very awkward position. This is gonna cost him.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Exorcism's already half duration, but Crow jumps in. Z-Freak getting extremely low. The last right click from Crow is enough to secure the kill, but you have reinforcements. Ghost of Bele's in the vicinity. Sunstrike from the Fire Blast setup will be successful, but not enough for a kill yet as Gremlo continues to chase into the trees, but now he has to back. The Exorcism is about to be over with. They do find the kill on Husky, though. So, Arkosh.
That one way better for Gremlo than I thought it would.
Potentially, yeah. Crow and company want to go on to Moo. The Astral sets things up at the 8th and Remnant. Not going to connect, though, as Moo has been forced to the left side of the tower. Gunnar has even made his transition here. So they'll find the Dawnbreaker, and now Monkey has basically no way to escape. All of his spells on cooldown, so that's going to be a freebie for 4 Zoomers. Did cost basically everybody to TP there. So they defend the tier 1 tower at the very least.
Kind of the bane for Arkosh in some situations, just in general, is that they bite over more than they can chew a lot of the time, and that actually was really good until they started diving even extra. Like, having Gremlo survive that backstab and finding 2 kills was honestly really good. If they hadn't dove the tower, they could have taken a small win out of that, but instead, ultimately will be an overall loss for them. And still not claiming the tower, of course. It's only down to 40%.
Yeah, so 4 Zoomers with a 1K lead. Not anything too big at this stage. I mean, looking at the carries, Synderen, Costa Bele at about 3.7K net worth, and Pale Horse 4.3, so definitely doing better in that department. But having said that, Monkey has fallen off quite a bit after that pretty good start. Yep. Gunnar has taken the lead by a pretty wide margin at this stage.
His rotations just haven't been successful, right? If you're rotating as Void Spirit 2 or 3 times and you're not finding a single assist, it is going to cost on the bottom line, because you're sacrificing CS. That's how it's always going to be if you're making a rotation. What the absolute best players will try to do is rotate at that perfect moment where you've just killed a mid-wave, there's no rune spawning, or you have it. You go for a quick move and then return to farming so that the overall loss is as small as possible. I think in this game, Monkey has sacrificed more than necessary to try to make moves. And you're seeing that with that 1K deficit onto him compared to Gunnar. That's basically the entire net worth lead, is the mid lane right now.
Yep. And Gunnar has his Midas. Almost done with Boots of Travel, so he's sitting very pretty. Costa Bele, in the meantime, finishing Hurricane Pike. It's at the base. And then on the other side, Pale Horse, looking like he's going to go for Maelstrom, so about 600 away from finishing that. And Monkey, I would assume, I was going to say Yules, but it is a Boots of Travel first item for Monkey. Not quite done yet.
I don't know how big a fan I am of that in this game. I do know it's a build that Void Spirit like to go for a lot of the time, but I think I would also like more of a fight-centric build. When you're playing with Monkey King and DP, I think you would be better off really looking to get, like you said, the Yule or maybe Kaya Sanj with phase boots and be more fight-centric.
I mean, that just shows the discrepancy in farm. Gunnar, like I said, finishing his Boots of Travel, basically now with the Hannah Midas, and Monkey, first item, Boots of Travel, still not done yet. So that is pretty giant. Gremlo does secure the top tower, but it's going to be a trade for the bottom, which did cost Costa Bele his Metamorphosis.
Terrorblade is
overall pretty even game.
Terrorblade with Bloodlust is so enormous. Like, what is this? Look at the model.
Yep. needs a BKB and needs to steal Devour. Or not Devour.
He has a bigger wingspan than a
Decay.
tower has, height. Oh, that's not a very good run there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Glimpse.
Oh, he's going to get gripped inside, but Invoker, Gunnar just walks out of the kinetic field before it even materializes. That's going to be the death of Monkey right off the bat, which means Arkosh need to get the hell out of here. Although they do find Gunnar, it looks like Gremlo gets credit for that one. 2 for 1. So that is actually a bigger deal for Arkosh that they ended up finding that kill finally.
Yeah, the execution there a little bit lacking, though. They didn't get the kinetic field static storm combination right, so he got out of the field, and they had to rotate over Monkey King to find a delayed kill. The initiation itself was botched a bit by the Remnant missing. I think the Dust wasn't on Void Spirit himself, so he was kind of just doing a blind engage, hoping he would land it before the Dust came in. You're going to see the replay here. So look at how Monkey is going to jump in here and just basically guessing here, right? He has no idea. Dust comes, oh, this is just a sentry first, and then they glimpse him into this. And then Static Storm Kinetic Field barely doesn't materialize. He runs out. And then you see at the top of the minimap here, finally the Monkey King connects with a Boundless to at least make that.
Oh! All right. Good thing we didn't miss that. Monkey almost potentially died to a Sunstrike there. But he lives by just stopping. And there's the all chat question mark again. Thank you to the emo enthusiasts. This is what makes Arkosh matches so much more fun. The all chat, and nobody really complains about it. I like how every other time there's always like debates on whether this should be allowed, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then when Arkosh is involved, it's like, it's expected.
I think that's kind of like, you know, there's also just some sports where it's like that, right? Where it's just kind of encouraged. And this is it's a showman team. So people that play against this team, they know what they're up against. It's largely for Arkosh, this is for show. I mean, obviously they're trying to win and they want to win, but more than anything, it is an entertainment-based team rather than a try-hard-to-win team. So they're going to bring it for the fans, and you love to see it.
I mean, I'm a real fan of shit talk in general, Cinderin. I think it should be allowed and encouraged, as long as you don't go overboard, of course. There's always a limit to things. I think that would make things even more interesting than they already are. We're going to see a smoke here from 4 Zoomers, but Monkey, he's going to break it, but there is the Fiend's Grip. Sunstrike Moo is here as well, and ooh, Dawnbreaker.
That was
actually
very
going
late
in.
ult.
Could have canceled if he wanted, but didn't want to. Wanted to die with his mid laner, I suppose.
I mean, if you want to save him, you got to do it instantly, right? You know what's on the enemy team. There's going to be Grip, Sunstrike, plus whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you can see Moo TPing to his outpost. Gremlo and Pale Horse in the vicinity. Pale Horse is finally going to use his ult for the first time. Gremlo gets off the Spirit Cycle, but the Sunstrike is enough to kill off Pale Horse within his Wukong's command, and Gremlo forced to just TP out.
Oh, Costabile can't Sunder, maybe?
So successfully. Mid lane, big Sunder. But Costabile is completely surrounded, and Gremlo with a really good TP. The Exorcism looks like it's going to be enough to get the double kill for him. So Gremlo playing the off-lane role, which he is so much more accustomed to than his horrific position 5, which he himself said that, by the way. I'm quoting. I mean, I also feel that way, but I would never bring my own feelings into this. Just stating a fact.
Yeah, you're very well known for holding back and not saying what you think. So.
Yep, I'm a good boy. But that was a really heads-up TP from Gremlo, because it looked like he was just going to TP back to base as he was surrounded by enemies, essentially. But ends up going mid and secures double kill. Still, though, 4 Zoomers with a 2K lead now. Let's see if they can expand upon this, or if Arkosh can try to contest. Are there any big items that we're waiting for here? Pale Horse, BKB, still about 2K away from finishing that. Interesting what Moo is going on this offlane gyro. So he went Spirit Vessel and is going for Atos next. Interesting.
There's all sorts of utility items. I wonder if he wants to upgrade the Atos. Obviously, the why can I never remember the name of this item? Yeah, I don't know why that isn't coming to mind ever. It's like the one item I never remember. Gleipnir on Gyro is really strong because okay, that's a dead ogre.
Oh, Moo. Or Husky. I keep saying Moo's name on the end of his name and keep thinking it's Moo, but it's not. It's Husky. He's dead. Here comes the Solar Guardian. Moo transitions to the other side. A nice tornado onto 3 with the EMP to follow up, but Moo completely surrounded again. Sunstrike. Forsaken Oracle's greed will actually save his life. Shoveling.
He used the shovel and then question marks like that was on purpose. Very good. Yeah, that was a better Dawnbreaker ult. Even though it didn't connect, it like zoned him off from the disengaged path, and it was easy for Arkosh to clean that up. Well, pretty even game. I mean, Invoker is definitely pulling way ahead of the pack here, and Terrorblade is also up on the enemy cores, but it's not at all an insurmountable lead here for Arkosh. And let's keep in mind that, like we talked about, Void Spirit did start with the Boots of Travel, so in terms of scaling, his really strong items are yet to come when it comes to impact and fights. And he is getting there. I think that's the Kaya coming out. Yes, it is. He's going to go Travel's Kaya.
Gremlin pulls an entire wave and then wards, and 4Zoomers pings it out immediately because the creeps were literally watching him. Crow is nightmared. Homing missile's on its way as well. Exorcism is popped. Where's the catch? Forsaken Oracle still has his glimpse available. They want to get more than Z-Freak, though, that's for sure. As Moo looks like he'll get out to safety. And I'm not sure how much more Arkosh can get out of this. As Forsaken Oracle is ticking down very slowly
to Ignite.
And will actually die. Ignite is very annoying.
Yep. When it multicasts, that is some serious damage.
So it feels like the Exorcism kind of wasted here, and we'll see if 4Zoomers could take advantage. I mean, they have meta. They can definitely fight if they want to. Manta style online for Costa Bile, as this tier 1 tower is denied. Gremlo, fire blasted, and Costa Bile with the right click. So Gremlo's BKB, didn't even see that he had that.
Yeah,
uses it and TPs away.
Decently farmed here with Falcon Blade Hood BKB. Obviously means that his mana regen is extremely lackluster. Oh, that Sunstrike was not on the Monkey King.
Yeah, that is true.
That was not even close. I don't know why I got excited. There was at least 0.05 seconds before that would have connected, so don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's all good. Yeah, this is this DP item build. You have 5.6 mana regen you're seeing right now with it, but you know, compared to having, say, a Yule's or a bigger mana pool item like Shiva's, obviously his kit is pretty expensive to use right now. He needs to be wise about how he goes about it. And that Sunstrike, he just barely got the jump off before the Sunstrike went in. And then
just barely missing.
Look at the timing here. Yeah. Look at that clock. 0.2, 1. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's as close as it gets right there. If this was a 64 tick, sir, that would have hit, Cinderin. Hey, you what?
Do they have better service?
I actually don't even know if that's how it works.
Texas or what? All right. Husky is dead.
Husky in quite a bit of trouble. He's stuck inside the kinetic field now and brought down to his knees. His Gunner gets off the EMP, but Monkey and Gremlo totally out of mana. Trying to do some chip damage to this tier 1 mid. I don't think they can actually finish it off, though. And BKB almost online for Gunner. He is so freaking farmed. Monkey did finish the Boots of Travel, has the Kaya. Looks like he's going to finish the Kaya Sange as a whole.
Well, he would actually die to Sunstrike right now. Monkey, oh!
Almost faked himself out there. Looking for that question mark. Gunner, he has a Blink Dagger. Missed that one. This Forsaken Oracle gets off a glimpse, but will die shortly after.
Okay, that was never really going to work. Kind of caught in limbo. Maybe his idea was, okay, I'm just going to throw all my stuff down to try to save DP. And, well, DP did get out, so...
Oh, Pale Horse might be in some trouble. Got enemies abounding. Z-Freak is here. Husky as well. Now, it looks like they're not going to try to pursue the trees. Oh, Pale Horse is going to use Wukong's command. And there's a Solar Guardian to follow it up with. Costa Bile gets off the Thunder, but there's a Starbreaker stun locking Costa Bile. He's outside the Wukong's command now, but they do kill him with help from Gremlo. A huge kill for Arkosh. And Z-Freak.
Oh,
like
they
might still want to fight. Actually, the Tornado cancels the Fiend's Grip. And now Z-Freak getting chased in the midst of his own jungle. Getting slowed by Gremlo. Still has his BKB available. Z-Freak, they're not going to try to waste any big resources to get him. It's just a Bane after all. Gunner wants to fight. He pops his BKB. There's the Nightmare. Remember, they do not have their Fiend's Grip to work with. Gremlo's gonna have to pop the BKB, but it gets stun locked beforehand and brought down. So,
the Sunstrike
Monkey, Sunstrike hits 40 HP and he gets tornadoed. He still had all his spells.
All right. Style points for Gunner. That was nice.
That was a 4v5 and they crushed.
Yeah, making the decision first off to just walk in there with BKB and kill the Disruptor like he did, and then hit all of those spells afterwards was really, really nice from Gunner, and it's going to be rewarding them with a Roche. Looks like they're going to give the Aegis to Costabile. I wouldn't mind seeing it on Gunner, to be honest. He's level 19 on Invoker.
Yeah, that's
a very long death timer and really valuable to have a second life on this hero, but they will still choose to put it on the carry Terrorblade. Maybe with the logic that he will finish this Skadi within the next 2 or 3 minutes, and maybe they want to try to poke high ground, potentially. That was the play of the game, though, there for Gunner. Really, really nicely done.
Yeah, Forsaken Oracle. Looks like he's going to die for the 7th time this game. Moo gets credit for it. Not allowed to go to his own high ground, it seems.
Now, we were talking a lot about how it's going to help Gremlo that he's playing a core role rather than support. The thing I'm a little bit worried about for Forsaken Oracle is that he's got too accustomed to playing core. And now when you're playing support, he's getting punished. I think in pub games he does play a mix, but obviously Pro Dota is a different beast. And I think overall in his mid-game performances, he's been playing some of the most aggressive like map placement out of any core in this tournament. Like a lot of the times overextending or farming too riskily. And on his 5, I think it might be rubbing off on him a little bit that he is that aggressive player.
I mean, you can hold that back. Gremlo pops the BKB. Wukong's command being faked out. Actually gets brought into a 4-second stun for the Monkey King, but they find the Ogre Magi. Z-Free getting chased with a Boundless Strike. Glimpse back onto Moo. You can see the Static Storm, but Gunner pops his BKB. The Wukong's command not going to find anybody. It's a 2-for-1 to start things out as Gremlo looking to take out Moo, but he'll be able to walk away safely. So no high-value kills for either team yet, but there's the tornado into the Sunstrike. Gremlo gets A-toast as well with the Spirit Vessel applied. He's not going to get healed nearly enough from that Exorcism when it returns. And you can see Moo and company just shredding here, although Moo is about to be brought down by Pale Horse if he's not careful. Tries to TP out with the BKB. Maybe a little bit too ambitious. And he is killed as well. So 4 Zoomers only lose a couple supports. They kind of play that fight a little bit slow and then end up reinitiating after Arkosh had used everything. And now top lane, Crow will be tornadoed into the meatball, and Gunner is just way too strong in this game.
Yeah, that previous team fight, just too many missed spells, right? They get a Static Storm, Kinetic Field, which might have actually been good, but the guy he caught in it that he could have threatened, he glimpsed away onto that gyro.
Oh boy. And now we have Fiend's Grip. Double kill for Gunner.
Yep.
And this game is now out of control.
And the Monkey King ult as well, right? Like, in theory, when you look at what Arkosh's lineup does, if you do catch that Kinetic Field combination with Static Storm, you put a Monkey King ult on top of it, it's really strong. But the only hero caught there had BKB, and the other guy got glimpsed away, so really got to be just tighter on these moves and set each other up better. Sunstrike.
Oh, man, Forsaken Oracle, very good at dodging Sunstrikes this game.
Very good at
a question mark again. But
right,
they are down 10K. Tier 2 tower being taken out here as we look at a replay. And this was the great play for Monkey dodging the Sunstrike.
It's just a highlight reel of Forsaken Oracle dodging every Sunstrike and writing question mark. And
that was just him walking around, by the way, the first one.
Oh, my God. You can't get any closer than that. Monkey.
Gunner's so noob, although he is top net worth by a long shot right now. Static Storm onto Moo. He's going to get Nightmare to safety. Is getting brought pretty low, but looks like he's going to walk away just fine. Gremlo has the BKB activated, but he is completely surrounded and will be taken out in addition to Monkey. So Arkosh Gaming just crumbling now as the net worth lead is just too much to handle.
It's not so fun as DP anymore to run in with BKB on and use Siphon on 3 heroes just to get hit one time by Terrorblade Skadi and just feeling hopeless in the fight.
Right.
That was just not the way to do it. And yeah, well, Forsaken Oracle is not going to be Sunstruck here. He died too fast, so they couldn't even try for it. But this should be a...
And this is looking like a set of racks, for sure. As the tips come out, Arkosh is now tipping their own team. Good effort. So first set of racks is in favor of 4 Zoomers, and they still have a 16K lead, but only 30 seconds on the Aegis. We'll see how disciplined they want to play. They should know that they're up quite a bit now. I mean, Gunner is level 23 at 28 minutes. Not too shabby. Pale Horse, BKB, but the Fiend's Grip to cancel. And another high-value kill going the way of 4 Zoomers. You know, it's crazy, the fact that... Oh, we have to hold that thought again. Gremlin pops a BKB. Moo inside the kinetic field, but the right clicks from Costa Bile on the sideline. Looks like it's going to be a trade 1-for-1.
Nice.
Off lane for off lane. The Monkey, yep, Astralling to safety. No, actually, Gunner with enough damage to just take him outright. For a second order again! Dodging the Sunstrike. Question mark needs to come out immediately as he whips himself into shape. Where's the question mark? You got to be consistent. Deafening Blast. Triple kill for Gunner. You can see the great Forsaken Oracle. The fact that he has not played against Z-Freak is crazy in an official match.
Well, wonder how many they've played together.
And Dota, yeah, I think they exclusively just played together while Kyle was still in the pro scene.
Yeah, did he ever play for a team that didn't have Z-Freak in it? Would be another question.
No.
Because obviously at this point, Z-Freak has played for other teams than the ones with Kyle. He played OGC, he's playing with 4 Zoomers, but I don't know if...
in Heroes of Newerth, it was, it was Stay Green, I think was the name.
Yeah.
They were on the same team, and then Complexity. That's pretty much it.
Yep. Many years. All right, good delay there from Pale Horse. We'll buy them a second and a half.
Just wants to remind him he's in the game.
Yeah. Tornado.
Oh, yeah, Gunner wants a piece of Forsaken Oracle. He's going to grab him. Oh, Husky does die, though, inside this Wukong's command. Solar Guardian coming out, healing Gremlin to a good degree, but they're going to lose their mid laner yet again. Gem drops to the deck. GG is called. And 4 Zoomers takes game number 1.